All right, guys, so the 2026 Jeep Wranglers have hit the streets. There is rumors of big changes for 2026. Not maybe the changes that we were all hoping for, but changes nonetheless. We had a chance to check it out. Is it really worth the upgrade? But the real question is this the year that I give up the Jake? The short answer is no. I love my JK, and one way or another, I'm going to probably end up keeping it until the day I die. So welcome back to Jeeping for Beginners, folks. Once again, my name is Josh, and this is actually kind of a really cool episode because we get to talk about what's coming to the streets when it comes to the new Jeep Wrangler. And as most of you know, I am a very passionate person when it comes to the Jeep brand. So some of these changes that I learned about today are actually really cool. And I'm hoping you're going to agree. But first, I just got to say that I spent a couple of hours at the dealership picking the brain of the salesman that I was working with. And I did explain to him that although there is a level of interest there, I wasn't actually buying today. He declined to be on film and actually insisted that I did not take any video footage while I was at the dealership. So unfortunately, I don't have like the really cool stuff that I saw on film. But first of all, we want to talk about the powertrain. Now, I know everybody has been really excited and anxious and looking forward to seeing that turbocharged straight six that's in the Wagoneer under the hood of the Wrangler. Well, sorry guys, but 2026 is not your year. That's not going to happen as of yet. They're sticking with the 3.6 as a tried and true motor, and they're sticking with the 2.0 turbo as the fuel economy option. But the changes that they did make, actually huge ones, is in the 4xe, which has become a very rapidly popular growing model among Jeep enthusiasts because of the savings that you can get when it comes to fuel economy. Well, here's what I learned about the 4xe. So, as everybody chases the almighty dollar and fuel economy in their rigs, we know that the Jeep Wrangler has never had a reputation for having even decent gas mileage. So with the introduction of the 4xe, there were a lot of people that got really excited because hybrid technology, electric motor, let's see what we can do. But up until the 2026 model year, the range on a 4xe electric engine has only been what, 20 miles? Now that works great if you live 5 miles away from where you work or even 10 miles away from where you work, because then you're probably not using a whole lot of gas. But if you're anything like me and have to travel 50 miles, well, then the use of the electric motor on the 4xe is kind of pointless, right? Well, the good news is Chrysler understood that. So they redesigned the transmission, they redesigned the electric assist, and redesigned the drivetrain on the 4xe. Now, according to the information that was available to me, you can get upwards of almost 35 miles on the electric motor at 75 miles an hour, which is highway speeds, nice and quiet, before you have to depend upon the gas motor. But that's not the only thing that they changed. Okay, the 4xe is getting a new transmission, but so is the rest of the Jeep Wrangler model line. They are upgrading that 8-speed transmission to be smoother, tighter, and to once again improve the fuel economy. According to the salesman that I was talking to, it is estimated that the 3.6, which is the tried and true Pentastar engine that we all know sucks on gas, is actually averaging almost 20 miles to the gallon with 35-inch tires on the Jeep Wrangler because of that new transmission. I don't know about you, but that seems like a huge improvement. Okay, so is 2026 the year for the powertrain to be worth it to upgrade the JK? I don't know. That 4xe is actually sounding a little bit more exciting because if you remember, the specs on that thing were what, 185 horsepower with 200 foot-pounds of torque? Well, in 2026, not only did they give you better fuel economy of almost 35 miles on an electric charge, but they increased it to 383 foot-pounds of torque with well over 250 horsepower. It's about time, right? Catch up to modern times. Now, that 4xe can get up on the highway just as fast as what you would expect out of an electric motor. Of course, then the conversation came up about the 392. Now, I know that Chrysler has said for what, the last 3 years that this is the last year for the 392. The 2023 model is the last one. The 2024 model is the last one. And then they said it again last year. 2025 model is the last one. Well, folks, with what's coming on the horizon on the 2027 model line, the 392 is done as of 2026. So if you're looking to get your hands on a brand new powerful V8 under the hood, this is it. This is your last year because hopefully 2027 will release the Hurricane. But we don't have any confirmation yet. All right, so now let's talk about the driveline that's underneath the vehicle. They actually made some changes. In their cooperation with Dana Spicer, they have improved the quality of the Dana 44 axle that is in the rear on every single model and the Dana 44 axles front and rear on the Rubicon. They're beefier, they're stronger, they can hold larger tires, which means, guess what, folks? We don't need to do a 1-ton upgrade in order to run 40-inch tires safely because Jeep knows that that is ultimately what we're going to end up doing anyway. In addition, they improved the quality of the gears and the bearings in the axles in order to last longer and to run a whole lot smoother. And on several models, 35-inch tires is now standard equipment. So truthfully, you can buy it off the driveway at the dealership and you're ready to join my class or any off-roading class across this country and go out for an adventure. No more immediate trips to the shop for modifications. Now, how cool is that? Now let's talk about styling. All right. So not everybody was really thrilled and excited about what they did to the grille on the Wrangler in the 2024-25 model years. I heard a lot of people say, hey, you made it look like a freaking Renegade. Like, why would you do that? But you know what? Honestly, the new styling with the new fenders and the body lines that they have on this, it actually kind of works. In addition, Chrysler has made it so that just about every single model has the LED upgrade package. So LED fog lights, LED turn signals, and LED headlights up front. And in the back, a whole new redesign of the taillights and the addition of additional taillights built into the bumper. Now, personally, I think that was something that has been long overdue. All right, now let's talk about technology. Okay, one thing that the Wrangler has always been behind on is technology, right? Now they've been trying with some of the infotainment systems that they have played with over the years or practicing with different types of interiors, but the 2026 actually puts the rest of them to shame. The infotainment center is huge and its pinpoint accuracy is amazing. When I was playing with it, it was immediate on the finger, controls everything in the vehicle, including the HVAC controls, and the dash is now all digital and customizable, eliminating the analog gauges. I think it's about time for that. So the other thing that I thought was really cool, the model that he let me test drive, we drove the one with the 3.6, that he let me test drive had power seats. Now, I don't know if that's brand new for 2026 or if that's something that Jeep has already done, But 8-way power adjustable seats in the Wrangler, I got to tell you, that was kind of an interesting shift or an interesting change. But then again, my Jeep is 10 years old. Okay, now for something even more exciting than that when it comes to interior styling and creature comforts. You ready? Sound deadening. Chrysler finally came to terms with the fact that although we've gotten used to it as owners of the vehicle, that this is not the quietest vehicle on the road. In fact, trying to use your hands-free calling and your Bluetooth while you're driving down the freeway with the wind noise and the road noise and the tire noise and the engine noise sometimes is just completely useless. Well, I got to tell you, in driving the brand new one, the upgrades that they did to the interior for sound deadening is incredible. It's a whole new design on the top. It's the salesman was telling me there's a whole new design inside the doors and under the carpet. It is actually quiet. So finally, we can drive down the road and have a conversation at 80 miles an hour without having to yell. So, guys, listen, the Jeep Wrangler has always been an icon when it comes to off roading and the off road world. And the Rubicon model is still no different. You're still going to get your lockers, your 4-to-1 transfer case, your sway bar disconnects, and your off-road features with a few additional perks. Now, I did get let in on a secret on a brand new feature that is going to be coming out on the 2026 Rubicons. I'm not going to share that with you. You guys need to look this up. It's actually going to make off-roading even more exciting. So I'm actually really anxious to get a hold of one and maybe play with that feature off the beaten path. So anyways, folks, like I was saying, these classes that I've been holding on the weekends, I'm seeing more and more of these 4xEs out on the trails. I'm seeing the majority of the people who join these classes are driving JLs or JTs. And the features that they have and the creature comforts, yeah, they are outrunning my JK 10-1. But I don't know. I mean, look at this thing. It's just such a gorgeous Jeep. What do you think? Do you think that 2026 is the year that Jeeping for Beginners should upgrade their ride? Or do you think that, since I own it, that I should just keep the JK and keep reporting on what comes out new and wait for maybe the 27 model year when that Hurricane engine hits under the hood? Man, that's a tough choice. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And guys, don't forget, all right, Jeeping for Beginners is here to help. All right, we have all kinds of information, online classes, free digital downloads on how to solve the death wobble in your vehicle, in person hands on training classes for recovery, for off roading, for Jeep maintenance, even adventures and overlanding. And we have joined multiple different off road expos here on the west of the Rockies over the course of the next few months so that we can meet you guys in person and answer any questions. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. My email is in the description down below. I am open and I promise I don't bite. And if you're interested in joining one of our off-roading for beginners classes so that you can get the thrill and confidence that you need in order to come out and enjoy the world's most iconic four-wheel drive vehicle on the market, well, check us out at jeepingforbeginners.com and take a look at our schedule. We are bouncing between California, Utah, Arizona, and Nevada right now, trying to hold classes that are close to you. So what are you waiting for? Check us out at jeepingforbeginners.com. All right, guys. So I know there was a lot of excitement in this video. I love test driving brand new vehicles. I'm actually really impressed with some of the features on the new 2026 Wrangler and may have a conversation with the wife later on as to whether or not that might be the direction that we want to head. In the meantime, I'm definitely keeping the JK and I'm definitely going to head out to the desert and have some fun this afternoon. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because we have all kinds of really cool products and features coming up just in the next couple of weeks that I think is actually going to be very interesting for you. So stay tuned for that. And once again, my name is Josh, and this is Jeeping for Beginners. Stay safe, happy Jeeping, and we'll see you next time. So check this out. This is probably one of the coolest ducks I've ever gotten delivered on the Jeep. He's just a little rubber ducky inside of a little Jeep. I gotta tell you, although I don't talk about it all that much on the channel, this whole Jeep ducking thing sometimes just absolutely cracks me up. It's so cool. I don't know. I still really like the JK. Look at it. It's just so sexy.